Hello. Just a little reminder for those who just jump in. Yeah, AMFAP, a manual for practice, is an index of terms that I consider that are relevant to maintain a practice, to understand a practice, but to have also a kind of a instrument, a toolbox with which you can extend and test, or even get a critical perspective on what you're doing with your artistic practice. And that way I try to play around with each term I'm suggesting, and but I think you could also just take the term and work with it yourself. Today, it's walking, and it could be also swimming or going to the maybe not walking. I think it's important to develop a routine with your practice. Oh, that's another term. Routine. So a most important thing, or an important aspect, is to have a regular routine to your practice. So whenever you actually get to your work desk, your studio, you not have to start thinking, oh, what's happening today? Yeah. So you have your material ready, you have a project kind of ready, you have a stability you can come back to and start working from. At the same time, and I've said that in other topics, I think holidays, for example, I think it's also important to actually interrupt your practice with a certain routine. And here, that is now for me, it's walking. And I grew up in a kind of like a walking practice with the scouts, and developed that then later. And wherever I come, I spend a certain time by orienting myself in a new environment by walking through the neighborhood, walking through the city, walking through the village. Yeah, I just enjoy the speed of walking and discovering new areas, but also kind of relating in space and time with the new coming impressions and collecting informations, and with the time you create a net of knowledge. And so therefore I think walking is a good way where you actually bodily involved, and on the other side your brain can also wander around at the same time. You have to keep an eye on where you're going. Now, walking is a very fundamental part of orientation. It's also evolutionary important instrument, and that's why also brain capacity or brain growth is linked to a moving body, because the brain is expecting information, and therefore capacities need to be held open. So this is also relevant for exercise, that there is a strong link between a body that moves and a brain that wants to work with incoming information. And this is also shown in one of the more known bird studies on crows, how their play and finding out, relating to new things. That curiosity is a very nice element that comes in play whenever you are in a territory you actually don't know where you are, and then you maybe are afraid, and then through taking something apart, but going around the corner. You regain stability by collecting information and then putting them together. And suddenly, oh, I'm in this neighborhood. I had no idea. So you connect a network of information and they fall in place. If you spend some of your mental energy on it, yeah, the people running around like that, I cannot help them. Yeah, so walking is one example. You can also swim through the whole world. You can row through the whole world. Um, I do not recommend bicycling because people seem too overwhelmed by the speed of information coming in, and I don't know what that leads to. Yeah, so have a walk, maybe even daily, a little bit shorter and a longer one on the weekend. That's it so far from here.